providing transport, meals and shelter. On the other hand, young people from the cities were compelled to go to the villages and to become acquainted with local conditions.
There's a Chinese word called luan, which is sometimes used in connection with Mao Zedong, and I think very appropriately. This word means chaos. And Mao actually was a man who spoke in favor of chaos. He felt there was a creative value in chaos. I think perhaps this idea came to him either out of some obscure aspect of Chinese philosophy, or possibly from the anarchists. And Mao read a good deal of anarchist literature. His idea about chaos was that out of chaos grew form and grew progress. He believed there was actually a creative power in destruction. And if we look at his career, particularly his later career, and things like the Cultural Revolution, events of that kind, we can see that here is a process of creating destruction and chaos in order to grow something new from it. And he has expressed that idea, that new, healthy life comes not just from the destruction of the old, but from the destruction of the existing, and that creates the soil which fertilizes the new.
The Cultural Revolution was far different from other revolutions, in that it was started by someone who was already in power. Although some intellectuals and party leaders began to be persecuted by Jiang Qing and Lin Biao, the real target of the Cultural Revolution was not yet known.
Afterward, observers commented on the ease with which Mao reestablished total control over his party and the inability of top party men to oppose Mao effectively. There was an excellent reason for this. The three men who were running the country, Zhou Enlai, Liu Shaoqi, and Deng Xiaoping, were not a united opposition to Mao. Zhou, from the beginning, threw his allegiance, as he always did, to Mao. As time passed, Zhou would try to use his personal influence to help some of Mao's victims, and he did his best to keep the country going. But Zhou did not oppose Mao openly. Deng had gone along with the Cultural Revolution with little enthusiasm, recognizing it as another of the chairman's aberrations, and doubtless believing that it would wear itself out. Liu Shaoqi simply didn't consider it possible that Mao was moving against him personally. This is attested by his widow, Wang Guangmei, and by his children. He shared with them his views, and they were carefully to record them. These notes paint the picture of a dedicated, intelligent, sincere man, totally bewildered at what was going on. He could not grasp the central fact that Mao had made him, Liu Shaoqi, the bullseye of the storm. In the end, they had no coordinated strategy. They were like, each of them, a boxer striking out against an opponent in a pitch-dark room, throwing blows, but never exactly knowing where the opponent might be.
Then it became apparent that the principal targets were President Liu Shaoqi and Vice President Deng Xiaoping. Just a year after the full-scale launching of the Cultural Revolution, two sessions were convened within Zhongnanhai, one to criticize Liu Shaoqi, the other to criticize his wife, Wang Guangmei. They criticized Liu as the #1 capitalist roader and listed his crimes dating back as far as the days of the Sino-Japanese War. Liu's wife, Wang Guangmei, was denounced as an American spy because she was born in the United States. Jiang Qing is said to have directed the filming of these sessions to be used as propaganda.
What looks very much like a personal feud, actually a contest of jealous women, developed between Jiang Qing, Mao Zedong's wife, and Wang Guangmei, the wife of Liu Shaoqi. This developed around the diplomatic and formal public appearances of the two ladies in connection with various state visits. Jiang Qing became very jealous of Wang Guangmei, in part because Wang Guangmei was indeed a very handsome woman, a woman who dressed well, a woman who was entirely at ease in the international situation because of her own family and background. Jiang Qing, of course, was an actress, a second-rate actress out of the Shanghai movie colony, many insecurities, but she felt herself to be the first lady of the land. And when she saw how Wang Guangmei was behaving, she determined that she, Jiang Qing, would rival her and be her superior.
The sessions to criticize Liu and his wife were conducted again and again, growing in intensity and viciousness. The Red Guards even criticized the way Wang Guangmei dressed when she made official trips abroad with her husband. Once they forced her to wear a chain of ping-pong balls around her neck and raved at her for hours. This is the voice of Jiang Qing inciting the Red Guards to criticize Liu during the Cultural Revolution.
我现在可以告诉你们，刘少奇是一个5都俱全的大反革命、大内奸、大叛徒、大特务，可不得了。他的男人就看不了，牺牲了多少好同事啊！这个大内奸啊，刘少奇啊，出来了多少？ 我觉得他应该天道过，万道过。
In November 1969, Liu Shaoqi died in Kaifeng, Henan province, where he had been imprisoned. His body was cremated under the name of Liu Weihuang. The certificate said, occupation, none. Cause of death, illness. It was not until 1980, 4 years after Mao's death, that Liu Shaoqi's name was rehabilitated.